Was Hitler right? For the people who haven't even heard of Hitler, Adolf Hitler was a dictator who ruled Germany from 1933 to 1945. He took control of the country and did not allow people to disagree with him. He believed some groups of people were better than others. He blamed certain groups, especially Jewish people, for Germany's problems. He started a major war called World War II. He ordered the killing of millions of innocent people in an event known as the Holocaust. In one sentence, he was a leader who caused a huge war and the deaths of millions because of his extreme and harmful beliefs. So how did he build hatred toward Jewish people? For centuries in Europe, Jewish people were often treated as outsiders because of religious differences. False stereotypes and discrimination slowly built up over time. After World War I, Germany was struggling. People were poor, angry, and frustrated. Instead of giving real solutions, some leaders blamed Jewish people for the country's problems. This is called scapegoating. Hitler and the Nazis spread constant false messages, propaganda, saying Jewish people were dangerous or responsible for economic problems. When people hear the same lie again and again, some begin to believe it. The Nazis made it risky to disagree. People who spoke out could be punished, so many stayed silent even if they didn't agree. Once in power, Hitler turned these ideas into laws and actions, removing rights, isolating Jewish people, and eventually leading to mass murder during the Holocaust. Was it easy for Hitler to exile Jewish people? Can a single person do such a change by just being seen as Jews as outsiders? Here's how he did it. When Hitler came to power, laws were made to take away Jewish people's jobs, ban them from schools and public places, and treat them as if they were not equal citizens. Forcing separation was also done. Forced to live in crowded areas called ghettos, separated from the rest of society, given very little food and poor living conditions. Many died from hunger and disease. People were then taken to camps. Some were forced to work under very harsh conditions, and many died from exhaustion, starvation, or abuse. Later, the Nazi government decided to kill Jewish people systematically. They were transported in trains to the killing centers, many were murdered in gas chambers, and others were shot or died from starvation and mistreatment. About 6 million Jewish people were killed, along with millions of others. So why saying Hitler was right is dangerous? Instead of fixing economic issues honestly, he blamed innocent groups, especially Jewish people, for the country's problems. Instead of uniting people fairly, he divided society into us versus them. Instead of protecting citizens, he used violence, fear, and mass killing, leading to the Holocaust. When someone tries to justify his actions, it becomes dangerous because it can make violence seem acceptable if people think it solves problems. It ignores the suffering of millions of victims. It opens the door to similar thinking. Maybe hurting some people is okay if it helps others. In reality, his actions made problems worse and caused enormous human loss, not real solutions. Why asking, was Hitler right, is a warning sign. Because it will grow acceptance of harmful ideas. People are becoming more open to blaming certain groups. There is less resistance to authoritarian or harsh leadership, and misinformation or propaganda may be spreading again. Mainly, it's risk of repeating history. Didn't take early warning signs seriously, thought extreme ideas wouldn't go that far. So when people begin to question whether Hitler was right, it can be an early signal that empathy is weakening, division is increasing, and society could be moving toward dangerous thinking again. In simple terms, saying Hitler was right means accepting cruelty as a solution.